Loading images.
Your
Doing great.
countdown was a lie.
Rose, what are we doing here?
Oh, excellent. We are loaded. Good. Hi there. Thank you for joining us for Session 0 of Neon Knights, a Masks the Next Generation actual play here on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. To find all the sessions of this game, visit happyjacks.org/neon knights. And to find all of the shows on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. My name is Rose. My pronouns are she and they, and I will be your villainous game master for today. Safety tools are important to us, so we'll be using a collection of them, including the X card, script change, open door policy, and lines and veils. I am joined by 4 fantastic players. Jason, take it away.
3 great players and 1 bad one.
Hey, you don't have to call me out like that.
I'm Jason. I use he, him pronouns. My character will have a name by the time we're done today. I know his superhero name, but I don't know his regular name.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Don't sweat that. Just tell us who you are.
I'm Jason. I like playing RPGs. I GM sometimes on Happy Jacks, and yeah, I'm going to be playing the Smith playbook, a builder of things.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And next up is Vixie.
Hey, that's me. Thanks for remembering my name for me. That's usually the hardest part. Hey, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell, and I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the Happy Jacks table. You may have seen me recently. I just GM'd a game of Pirates of Dark Water using the Cypher system. That just finished. You can find that over on happyjacks.org with all the other thousands of podcasts that they have. But yeah, I will be playing Rasheen Ulster, who is the Bull playbook. Bull in a China shop, anyone? Pretty excited to talk about her today. Pronouns she, her. My pronouns are she, her, because I'm dumb and can really only remember a few things at once between the 2 brain cells that I actually possess. So
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vixie. Next is Jay.
Howdy, everybody. My name is Jay. My pronouns are he, him, and you may have also seen me in some of the many thousands of Happy Jacks RPG podcasts /stream/APs. I am going to be playing an individual named Mario Sarmento, who is the Beacon playbook. And I think that's all the details so far that I can think of. I'm looking forward to figuring out all the rest of the fun stuff a little later on too with everybody.
Absolutely. And last June.
Hi, everyone. My name is June. I'm a familiar face, but a new name. I've been with Happy Jacks for quite some time, but I've also been missing for some time. So I'm happy to be back in the swing of things, and I'm looking forward to playing everything. I'll be playing Cinnamon Stevens, whose hero name is Synthesis.
Awesome. And what playbook is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. My playbook is the Transformed.
Awesome. Alrighty, thank you players so much for introducing yourselves. We are going to be playing Masks, A New Generation today. For anyone at home unfamiliar, Masks is a game about usually teenage superheroes. In high school, we decided to make a couple of changes to that concept. Our heroes are all going to be in the 18 to 20 range, kind of that post-high school, congratulations, you're an adult. Now what the hell does that mean? And where do you fit in the world when you technically are responsible for yourself, but no one actually trusts you to be responsible for yourself? And kind of exploring that early adulthood where you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on and what is important to you and really what matters to you. We're going to have this game set not in the traditional halcyon of most Masks campaigns, but instead in a city called Tempest. Halcyon is kind of a metropolis stand-in, or Marvel's New York City. For this campaign, I wanted to change it up and set it in something a little bit more Gotham inspired. So think Gotham, but drench it in neon, throw in some cyberpunk, throw in some urban fantasy, and you have Tempest. This is kind of a kitchen sink of all of the things I love most. So it's going to be a good time. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the characters that we're playing today. Um, let's start off with who feels like they have the most figured out about their character. I hate to say that I'm going to single you out, but Vixie, it sounded like you had a lot of
Aw,
your character
man.
figured out.
This is what I get for doing the homework.
Did you just say Vixie is a lot? Jeez, Rose.
I recognize I'm throwing you under the bus and I am being apologetic.
That was the nicest way to push me in front of the bus that I've ever seen. Thank you.
I push you into bodily harm with kindness. That is my GM style.
I mean, I think the thing that made me want to work on Roisin a lot is just because of all of the stuff surrounding Roisin. But I'm not sure how much we want to reveal right away. How much do we want to save? How much do we want to save for the story?
I think it's fine to talk about your character, her powers, and maybe a little bit about why she has those powers.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to introduce people to her. Because just saying, oh, yeah, super strong, super tough, it's like, oh, congratulations, that's every other bull playbook.
Wait, you
how is
mean I
she-
can't
how is
just
she
say she's
special?
cool and like leave it and like hand it off to Jason or something? Like, um, oh,
That would be
geez.
a move. That would be a move.
Uh,
Not a
but
cool
yeah.
one.
Yeah, so roll 2d6.
Oh god.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah. So Roisin, aside from having all the bull abilities, because Roisin is the bull playbook, it's my first time playing masks, so I'm excited to have chosen this playbook with Rose's guidance. Excited. But yeah, she's someone who actually enjoys the act of battle, not in the way that she's like obsessed with violence or something like that. Think of it. I think the way I've described it is kind of like a football player who's
Hmm.
good at like football and enjoys the sport of football, but isn't necessarily obsessed with football. That's Rasheen. She's like, this is
Yeah.
what I can do. This is what I'm good at. This is how I have shaped my identity has been shaped around this thing that I can do well. Um, but otherwise she's very glib. She's a very, for the most part, outwardly she's a very happy person. She's a very like um present in the moment kind of a person, doesn't let stuff get to her kind of a person. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that most challenges she faces are things that she can overcome. So they're basically saying, oh yeah, this is a problem for now, but there's nothing that I can't crash through or, you know, um, weather or go through. Um, but yeah,
So
that's a little bit about her personality.
we changed a couple of the concepts of the Bull Playbook.
Mhm.
The Bull Playbook is traditionally someone who was captured and either experimented on or changed in some way, and we switched that up a little bit. We have some things that maybe feel like they're a little bit snagged from other playbooks, but really fit the heart, pun intended, of the bowl.
Mhm.
Um, Tell us a little bit about Roshin's origin and where her powers come from.
So, well, Rasheen, we kind of, when we talked about this initially, it was less about Rasheen being captured and more about Rasheen being hidden.
Hmm.
Because Rasheen is the daughter of a very powerful warrior, but that warrior happens to be unable to care for her.
Hmm.
So she was basically given to the care of a trusted friend of theirs, who hid Rasheen away, at least and basically raised Rasheen until her powers manifested. Um, and then that had to be dealt with, which is always a fun time. But yeah, and I'm not sure how much we want to reveal in session 0. So
I'm a big fan of give them the pitch of who the character is and that I find the backstory a very interesting and enticing piece of information. So I'm a huge fan of let's not keep it secret. Let's get people hyped about how awesome
Sure.
this character is.
yeah, okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to say the name, and we've been discussing pronunciations of the
That's what you
damn
were
name.
trying to avoid.
It was very carefully dancing around having to pronounce this name, because if I pronounce it one way, it's wrong. If I pronounce it another way, it's still wrong. No matter what I do, it's wrong. I don't speak Irish or Scottish Gaelic, folks. So when I say that she's the daughter of Cuchulainn, or Cuchulainn, or Chuchulainn, pick your flavor, please, God, don't do this to me. Thank you. Because one or all of these is wrong. If you actually speak one of these languages and would like to give me the correct pronunciation, please, God, help me. So, thank you. But yeah, so she is the daughter of Ireland's Child of Light. If you watch Fate Stay Night, he is known as Lancer in that series. And that's actually kind of the personality that she's modeled after, although she shares more features with like physical features with Lita from Sailor Moon. You would know her as Sailor Jupiter. But yeah, so she is basically she's the lineage of a very powerful Irish warrior.
Is she able to summon her armor and weapon in a magical girl transformation? This is very important.
Why are you tempting me with things that I really like?
Because it's things I also really like.
But I think for sure that these are things that she can summon. Her spear specifically, similar to the way Lancer's spear works in Fate Grand Order, where it's essentially it works kind of like the lightsaber, where she can summon it to her, and it like can basically if she yeets it and uses it as a javelin, it'll come back to her, especially if she misses. It's not something that she ever has to worry about leaving her side, mostly because of who she trained with, who happens to be the same person.
I'll jump on that grenade.
Yes.
So she is essentially the adopted daughter and has been trained by the Scottish warrior woman Scathach, also pronounced Scathach, but she mainly goes by Sky Lockwood in modern day. Scathach. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. I tried.
No, I got it, Jason. I heard what you were saying.
Thank you.
We're doing our best.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get more into that, but I think that covers our bull pretty well to begin with. Let's talk about something new and interesting that we have, the Smith playbook.
Sure. Yes, as I'm actively filling out my character sheet.
Of course.
Go. Yep, no problem. Totally just currently have picked everything I needed to pick. I like there's a distinction in the like playbook description that I like. And so it's a Smith, it's about building stuff and perfecting the design. It says you're good with your hands. You leave the inventing up to clever folks, but they're going to need somebody to build it all the same. Building is more than a job for you, though. It's a quest for the perfect, a quest you're afraid you'll never complete. So we're calling him Hex. So as a Smith, you pick a masterwork thing that you're working on. Examples could be a powerful weapon, functioning suit of power armor, an extra dimensional bag. There's all kinds of stuff here. Your own body, which was very tempting, but
just a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking of Iron Man with the suit?
Yep. Yeah. All of those are Smiths. But
I went either literal bodybuilder or Dr. Frankenfurter.
Yes. Yeah. All of these are good. So currently, the character has designed And by the way, if you're following my D&D campaign on Sundays, yes, I am ripping off myself. The character's using a large revolver, and which has like, I don't know, probably 9 cylinders. It's big. It's not comically large revolver, but it's a big gun. And he turns the cylinder back and forth like a combination lock to like queue up different spells and effects and stuff. And goes around fighting crime like that as this thing he's designed.
What does the gun shoot?
So far, what's that?
What does the gun shoot?
Magic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, does not shoot bullets, just shoots spells.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe the spell is like, a mind bullet or something, but it should be hopefully more interesting than that. So far, the character is called Hexcalibur, because he's this spell slinging, gun toting spell slinger. And so we're calling him Hex for short, but I don't know what his real name is yet.
I think we settled on Cal for a first name.
Yeah, I mean, it might be Cal Chambers, and I don't know. So
Calvin Chambers is a perfectly reasonable name.
Interesting that you think the first name is Calvin.
That is what everyone will think it is.
Yeah, it's definitely not Caliber.
Caliber Chambers. Caliber, Lock, Stock, and Chambers.
Yeah. However, the masterwork item from the Smith playbook has a couple of kinks that you're working out.
Oh, geez.
And not the fun kind. So there were a lot of these to choose from. I think what I'm landing on is the masterwork cannot be repeated. If it breaks, I have to rebuild it from scratch. It would be a huge, massive endeavor to try to recreate it. And someone is out to steal the masterwork, which I think, Rose, is where we had settled with
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I've already had to recover it once in my backstory.
Yep.
Fortunately, they couldn't figure out how to work it.
Yes.
But as far as the character himself, he's very much the... I forgot how... I had found a really good way to describe him. I should have written it down. Should have wrote it down.
I was going to say
you tell him, Cal.
Yeah. No, but so visually, very much like bubblegum glam goth. Arthur for first name. Yeah, sure. So it is the sort of gothy with the pink strip of hair and the, glitter makeup and whatever. But is the type A who very much likes to have a good time, is going to make sure everyone has the best good time that they can have. And will be the very best at helping everyone have the best time that they can have. And is that sort of, I'm not a perfectionist. I just like getting everything exactly right, kind of thing.
Sure.
That is totally fine and good. That's is it? See, this is the second time somebody's mentioned a Taliesin Jaffe character. Like, I've never watched the Critical Role. Yeah. So anyway,
which Critical Role character are we referencing? Because I do watch it, so I can help.
Just
okay.
The obligatory Taliesin. Sorry. Anyway, doesn't matter.
We move on.
Totally fine.
I love the character concept.
Yeah. So what happened is, playing Rifts 20 years ago, I saw the class name Glitter Boy and got it completely wrong. That's my big crime, is I don't know what a glitter boy is supposed to be, but I know what I've made it into.
Okay, so we have a warrior girl who does a magical girl transformation, and then we have a glitter boy who is literally magical.
Mm.
Okay, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna accept that you're all Sailor Scouts. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm so excited.
Alrighty. Did you have anything else, Jason?
No.
All right.
Not yet.
June, would you be so kind as to read the blurb for the Transformed?
Of course. The blurb for the Transformed is the moment of truth, or
No, just the blurb on the front of the playbook.
on the side.
Next
You
to the
can
art.
recall a time not too long ago when you looked normal, when you didn't feel their stares, when you didn't hear their gasps, when no one thought of you as a monster. Those were the days, huh?
Yeah. So tell us about Cinnamon.
So, I don't know how much you want to go into the backstory of Quince.
As much as you would like. I am a fan of share more,
Okay.
hide less.
Okay. Well, Cinnamon is the result of a synthesis between herself and an alien terraforming and conquering robotic entity called, which was one of the Quints, Quints, because there were 5 of them that were sent to the Earth. We don't know what happened to the other 4, but one of them was buried in Mount St. Helens. And years later, on a field trip expedition, Cinnamon accidentally exposed it and was taken over, well, infected by it. Immediately rushed to the hospital and various other meta-human facilities. It started to transform her physically, but it was not able to beat her prepubescent will. She was about 12 at the time. And so she's fought it to a standstill in her mind, although her entire body has been transformed into this golden goo like substance that is sort of, if you're familiar with nanotechnology and the idea of gray goo, it's sort of like that, but golden. She is incredibly difficult to hurt physically, mentally, emotionally, probably not so much. But she spent most of her teenage years, in fact, all of her teenage years, being studied and assisted with fighting back against this infection until she finally came of age and was able to sue for her own personhood and be able to be released as long as she was in the custody or company of other superpowered individuals who could go ahead and take care of her if there was any sort of a escape situation. She calls the voice inside of her head that is trying to influence her actions and complete its mission, Quince, Quince, as a little bit of a confusion between the 5 that were sent, the Quince and Quince in her head. And it is, as I said, trying to influence her actions, trying to make her fulfill its particular mission objectives, but she is fighting back against it. She missed most of the whole teenage experience, but in spite of that, she tries to be very positive and very happy and outgoing, although there is a little bit of permanent FOMO.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. One other power that she has is I chose technopathy. So she, due to the influence of Quint, she's able to infiltrate and influence electronic devices.
Nice. And we discussed the person kind of in charge of keeping an eye on Cinnamon being actually I'm sorry,
Sky.
Vixie, remind me of your character's name.
Sky. Well,
yeah, Roisin. Roisin's adoptive mom, Sky.
Yes.
Who is kind of a demigod of her own, and just an extremely powerful and dangerous warrior. Has been around for over 1,000 years, kind of thing. So learned a lot of martial arts, and has potentially other supernatural powers that have not been revealed. But also turns out to be a damn good mom. Yeah. Okay. Did you have anything else you wanted to share about Cinnamon?
Only that you brought up Sky being sort of since surrogate mother. She does not have a great relationship with her birth family, mainly because they sort of went right along with the experimentation and assistance without sort of considering her situation.
Yeah. Very much was said, oh, this child has become a problem kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Not good people. Alrighty. Jay, would you be so kind as to tell us about your character and read the blurb for the beacon?
Sure. Okay. So the beacon. You don't have to do this. You could probably have a safe, decent, simple life. It'd be nice, but come on. Superpowers, aliens, wizards, time travel. You're out of your depth, but who cares? This is awesome. Everybody should try it. I am playing a youngster named Mario Sarmento, and we have our, you know, uh, um, what's the word? Superpowered warrior bull. We have our magic toting smith and our alien infused transformed. Mario is a completely normal, teenage kid. Um, uh,
Normal.
yeah, exactly. He's got some skills. I chose for his abilities. I chose martial arts and acrobatics, and so he's able to handle himself physically. And he's got some talent as like a tinkerer slash pseudo inventor. Because Mario's shtick as the marionette is, I have like extendable, for all intents and purposes, strings on my wrists, ankles, and back that I can kind of shoot out and sort of Spider-Man my way. But instead of just having the two slingers, I've got a series of them that I can use to kind of make myself mobile. Um, and that's all fairly new. Mario lives in a single parent household, just with his mom. I can't remember whether we landed in one or two siblings.
I think
Rose,
just
do you
one
remember?
sibling.
Just one sibling? Sure.
I
Okay.
can I think I can reasonably pull the heartstrings with one sibling. A second sibling is just like, and then I'm also here making you feel guilty about things.
The middle child.
Totally get that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That
Oh,
is a
boy.
shout out to my brother who is a middle child.
Totally get that. Totally get that. Okay. So yeah, working class family. Father left like well before, like Mario was too young to really remember, probably shortly after his younger sibling was born. And so I don't have much of a recollection of who my father was. But I am like excel. I've done pretty well, maybe not excel, but I've done pretty well in high school. I've started going to college, and let's see, I'm balancing all of that with trying to help support my mom and our family, and finding a place to belong as a superhero. Mario is all heart, and he's trying to use that to kind of like puff up the confidence of being able to do this thing. So I'm not, I've seen superheroes around me, and I have a lot of admiration and respect for them. And I just kind of want to be part of that world.
Awesome. That the beacon is I think one of the playbooks that best represents the strengths of masks as a system, because you can have your time wizards and your telepaths and your super strong people, and then you can also have Steve, and Steve also is here, and Steve is also a great character, and Steve is also going to pull at your heartstrings and save the day and do all of the amazing things.
Jay, is it safe to say that Mario wants to be where the people are?
See, I was gonna make a Steven Universe reference because you
yeah,
said
yeah, there
like
you go.
Too.
the and Steven at the end.
Yeah.
And Steven!
And Steven.
And it's a him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mario.
To be... Oh my god.
Did no one else
I-
get
you know-
that?
I got
No,
it.
no, I mean, I was trying to not lean too heavily into that, but he's sort of the jumpy character, so you know the platformy
Jumpman.
character. So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. So we're gonna go through and let's see. We're gonna go through and make sure that we've got everybody's moves figured out. Go ahead and lock in what your labels will be. For those who haven't played before, and for those of you in the audience, Masks doesn't have a hard and fast stat system. It has labels. The labels are, if I can pull up my thing, Danger, Freak, Savior, Superior, and Mundane. These are all a combination of how your character sees themselves and how the people around that character see them. So someone with a high danger is perceived more as a threatening person, can do a lot of damage, do a lot of harm. Whether that's a good or bad thing, it's usually tinged a little bit more towards threatening than like, oh, I am good and strong. Freak is how much different you are from regular people. Savior is the Superman stat. It is, are you a paragon of justice and virtue and helping people in need? Superior is the Batman stat. Are you the smartest person in the room at any given time? Are you, thinking, 5-10 steps ahead? Are you noticing things that other people aren't? Mundane is how much you are like a regular person. How much can you relate to other people? How much can other people relate to you? Somebody with a high mundane is going to be really good at understanding and talking to people. Someone with a low mundane is going to fuck that up when they try to have a heart-to-heart with somebody, and it's going to be great. But yeah, each of those labels is what
one.
you add. Say again?
I think you missed Freak.
Did I said Freak?
No, you said
Did
Freak.
you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I guess I missed
Yes.
Freak.
Yes, Freak is the one that's all about how super human you are and supernatural, and how much not like a regular person you are. It is kind of the direct opposite of mundane. But yeah, each of those goes into its own set of basic moves. We'll kind of get into those. Did anybody want me to kind of cover the basic moves before we get into play, or would we rather kind of discover those as we go?
Would love for you to describe them.
I would appreciate a review. I've only played Mass once, and it was a one shot. So this was years and years ago.
Absolutely. So the way that damage is dealt in Masks is not through hit points, but instead through conditions. They are descriptions of what your characters are feeling, and there are 5 of them. If you fill all 5 and then you take a 6th condition, you are knocked out of the scene, whether that is knocked unconscious or you flee. You can choose to remove yourself from the scene in response to certain moves, or you can be forced to remove yourself from the scene when all of your conditions are filled. And the conditions are afraid, hopeless, insecure, guilty, and angry. Each of those give a penalty to certain moves. I'm not going to go over all of them right this moment because it's a little bit tedious to be like, it's a -2 to this, it's a -2 to that. But let's talk a little bit about the basic moves for Masks. Masks, it's kind of assumed that your characters are using your powers at all times. There is not a use your powers move. All right. If you're a telepath, it is assumed that you can do telepathy at any time. You don't have to roll for it. If you are super strong, just lifting something that is heavy is not necessarily going to require a roll. It is all about the way that things are worded in the moves. And if you do something that triggers that move, if it matches the description of the actions taken in that move, then you roll dice for it. To start them off, directly engage a threat is when you want to take an enemy out of a scene. You roll directly engage a threat and roll plus danger. On a hit, you trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7 to 9, pick 1. Trade blows means you inflict a condition on the opponent, and you also receive a condition in return. If villains also have conditions, when their conditions fill up, they're taken out of the scene. The first option is resist or avoid their blows. So instead of taking a condition, you can just deal a condition and not take one in return. You can take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. Unleash your powers. So you are young characters. You're older than the traditional cast of Masks characters, which are like the 14 to 16 range. But you're still not like accomplished superheroes. You are new to the game. You are new to being heroes. And some of you may be new to having powers entirely, depending on kind of when you got access to your powers. And that's why when you are trying to use your powers in dangerous situations, the move is called Unleash Your Powers. There's a separate one called Wield Your Powers, and that is an adult move. That is a more accomplished, more fine motor version of this power. When you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses, roll plus freak. On a hit, you do it. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. A lot of these moves, on a 12, you'll get a bunch of options, or things will just go as well as they can go for you. And then 7 and 9s are when things are a little bit more partial success with a cost. That's when I get to complicate your guys' lives a little bit more, which 7 to 9s are some of my favorite results. I also, when someone absolutely biffs a roll, have that maybe I'm just evil as a GM, but I have more memorable failed rolls than successful rolls in Masks. It really is when things go terribly, terribly wrong that they're really memorable. Comfort or support. So instead of healing people, when someone gets punched through a wall, they don't take damage, they take a condition. And the way you get rid of conditions is you can either act out in certain ways, and there's a list of them, or you can have conditions removed by teammates' comfort in supporting you. So the equivalent of casting Healing Word in Masks is checking in on your friends, which I absolutely love. It takes a mechanical concern, which is, oh, I don't want my teammate taken out of this fight or taken out of this scene, and translates it into this really beautiful interpersonal connection between the characters that is even funnier when people fail this roll. Watching someone try to have a heart-to-heart and roll snake eyes is one of the funniest things that ever happens in this game. I absolutely love it. So when you comfort or support someone, roll plus mundane. On a hit, they hear you, they mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. On a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the team pool or clear a condition on yourself. We'll go over team in a little bit. It basically is something you can use to help your teammates and add a +1 to their roll. There's also some other things you can do with it, but we'll get there. Piercing the mask. So a lot of Masks is about the process of trying to understand yourselves, trying to understand your teammates, and trying to understand the people that you're fighting. Piercing the mask is a move that you can use on anyone. That can be a supervillain, that can be an NPC who's hiding information from you, that can be on a teammate who's not really talking to you, but you can tell there's something wrong. When you pierce someone's mask to see the person beneath, roll plus mundane. On a 10 plus, ask 3. On a 7 to 9, ask 1. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? And how could I gain influence over you? I really love Pierce the Mask. It's there's a lot of really well designed moves in this game. Pierce the Mask is one of my favorites. How are we feeling? Is this level of description good, or do you want me to summarize more? How are we feeling?
That's fine.
This seems okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Alrighty. So defend someone. When you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior. For NPC threats, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. On a 7 to 9, it costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. The options you can choose from are add a team to the team pool or take influence over someone you protect. For PC threats, so you can defend people from your teammates. So if you think your teammate is going to try and attack someone that you think they shouldn't, like if there's like, oh no, wait, that character is actually my friend, don't hit them, you can roll defend against your teammates. On a hit, you give them a -2 to their roll. On a 7 to 9, you expose yourself to cost, retribution, or judgment. A hit is any result that is a 7 or higher, for anyone unfamiliar with PBTA systems. Assess the situation. When you assess the situation, roll plus superior. On a 10 plus, ask 2. On a 7 to 9, ask 1. Take +1 forward while acting on the answers. +1 forward means you get an ongoing +1 whenever you do something relating to the information you received. What here can I use to blank? What here is the greatest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly? That is one that gets asked a lot. It is quite often, how do we not be fighting this person anymore? How do we beat them? But assessing the situation can be used in fights, out of fights. There's really not a time that any of the basic moves can't be used. Provoke someone. When you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do and roll superior. For NPCs, on a 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. On a 7 to 9, they can instead choose 1. They stumble, you take +1 forward against them. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. They overreact, you gain influence over them. For PCs, on a 10 plus, both. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. If they do what you ask, they add a team to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark a condition. So you can provoke teammates. That can be something like giving advice in a battlefield, or it can also be like getting somebody to do something they probably shouldn't, but you're like, no, you should really like go punch that person in the face right now because I'm very angry. You're not, but I am, so go punch them. Provoke is a really fun one. There's a reason it's provoke someone and not like convince someone. Convincing someone is closer to an adult move, where you can actually persuade with best interests is what the adult move version of this is called, where you can actually like communicate well. You don't unlock that at the start of the game. And then lastly, this is one of my favorite moves. It is called Take a Powerful Blow. When you take a powerful blow, roll plus conditions marked. On a 10 plus, choose 1. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or you choose 2 options from the 7 and 9 list. If you roll a 7 and 9, you choose 1. You lash out verbally. provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions. On a miss, you stand strong. Mark potential as normal and say how you weather the blow. Take a powerful blow is one of the best design moves in this game. I really love it. It is when you're fighting someone dangerous or when someone really manages to hit you hard. It could also be something that happens not through violence. I've had people roll take a powerful blow because someone said something absolutely devastating to them, which is super duper fun. I also, losing control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way has led to some of the most memorable moments in this game for me. I absolutely love that. Yeah, the moves and the design of them for this game are they're perfect. Not literally perfect, but I love them so much, and they mesh with my brain in a beautiful way. Were there any other questions about the basic moves or anything like that?
Nope, I
Awesome.
appreciate you going over them all.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
I have a quick question about how one of my moves might collaborate with. There's just a term I don't recognize, and I've played a lot of masks.
Yeah.
One of them is you on a hit you gain an opportunity, and the O is capitalized, which I know PBTA authors love to capitalize things. But what is opportunity codified in some way, or just like we come up with something on the spot?
As far as I know, opportunities are not codified. I've occasionally made them into +1 forwards. And I'm sorry, a +1 forward is a one-time use bonus. +1 ongoing is a stat, like a continual bonus. It can either be something that is an opportunity in the fiction, or if I feel like it's something that should be reflected mechanically, I might give you a +1.
Okay, cool.
Usually +1s aren't necessary just because Masks characters are usually pretty damn good at what they do. You know, you get a character with a +3 in a label and suddenly they're succeeding almost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just need to roll a 4 on the dice and you'll at least get a partial success. Okay. So yeah, that is all of the basic moves. Let's go ahead and has everyone gone through and picked their labels and chosen which stat to add a +1 to?
Yes.
There's where your labels start, which are the like highlighted label, the highlighted number on each of the labels, and then you can add 1 to one of them.
Did that.
Awesome.
Doing that.
And then
Yeah, I'm choosing right now.
Awesome. And then let's see, what else do we have on our to-do list?
I love
Did
it.
people
just
want to go over? Oh,
by
yes.
pure coincidence, our superior stats in the order of our spreadsheet go 2, 1, 0, -1. Superior being kind of an intelligent stat, not really, but you know, yeah.
It's how clever are you, or
Yeah.
can you be smarter than other people?
It amused me.
Yeah,
It's
that's pretty
situational,
good.
okay?
It is. Alrighty. Did folks want to go over their backstory questions?
I would really appreciate that, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we want to go in character sheet order, or do we want to go in the order I introduced y'all in?
Character sheet order would be better.
way to throw Jason under that bus.
I would go
It's like,
first
I'm
either
not
way.
even-
That sucks.
I know.
I'm not even like kind about it. I'm just like, yeet.
I think character sheet order is the same order that you introduced us as well. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yes.
the point is
It is
So
actually.
it doesn't matter. It's a
I'd
lateral
like to
move.
let everyone know that the underside of this bus looks a-okay. Everything's fine under here.
I love it. I love it. So we're going to do backstory questions, and then we'll do when the team first came together, and then we'll wrap up with relationships and influence.
Great.
And we'll discuss what influence does and how it's tracked once we get to it. So, Jason, what started your interest in the arts?
I think it started with music, right? Cal plays guitar. He's pretty good at playing piano, but doesn't want anyone to know that. But there's a lot of precision involved with that, and performing more and more difficult pieces, and just challenging himself constantly, trying to up the skill level. So it started with music, and then all the various building hobbies came up in school and came out, like trying to play around, and like, I didn't like electronics that much, but like wood shop and metal shop and all those sorts of things were a little bit more interesting. And then in high school fell into the occult trap, and was started wearing eye makeup and reading books.
Oh no, not books.
Yeah. So that just the concept of spellcraft is just like that next level of complexity for him, of like, what designs does this require? What, for him, spellcraft is a lot about equations and balance and ingredients and alchemy and all that kind of stuff. So that was his path in the arts.
Nice.
But got the start in music.
Okay. And what do you wish you would have made if somebody else hadn't made it first?
Let's see. Probably a tome of spells and sigils is actually on the Smith character sheet here. And I liked that idea, but then I got the idea for the like combination lock cylinder thing, and that kind of took over. And basically he's been benefiting from that tome, right? It was like, oh man, there's no new spells to write. So I'm gonna make them harder to cast.
Jason, what if sorry, I was just thinking for the gun design, instead of being like a 9-cylinder revolver, what if it's got 2 cylinders in a row?
What does that mean?
Like 1 cylinder and then a second cylinder directly behind it that you move to get combinations of elements.
So very anime of you.
Isn't
I love
that
it.
what I'm
Extremely
doing?
anime. So imagine you've got the spinny thing, and then directly behind that spinny thing is a second spinny thing.
Oh no. No. I'm sorry, I must reject your suggestion.
No, I don't know. I thought that sounded cool as fuck, but
It
Same.
does, but
It's
it,
okay. TM, trademark.
It
That will be
extends beyond-
in my awesome novel. That will definitely happen.
It extends beyond how I understand firearms to work, and this is nominally
Yeah,
a firearm
It
of some
doesn't
kind.
fire. It doesn't fire bullets.
No, it
Why
doesn't.
Would it need?
No, it fires magic.
yeah, it's a magic arm, not a firearm.
Yeah, but the idea is he turns it and then back, and then so it is like, and it depends, like if you turn it to this symbol from the right versus from the left, then it does something. So it's kind of like he doesn't
opening
know
a
everything
safe.
that the gun can do.
It's like a combination book.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So he's also discovering it. He's like, aha,
Or
I know
Stargate.
this tome has taught me all the symbols that I need, and now I'm going to put them into this toolbox this revolver-shaped toolbox and be able to make any spell ever. So yeah, he's trying to take that tome and improve on it, and you know,
Right, so stay 20 feet away from you at any given point in time, just in case you cast Fireball.
as long as I have that
20 feet
weapon,
is not
yeah.
far enough.
Dang it! Farther away.
20 feet is the blast radius, not the casting range.
No.
I'm going to stand directly behind.
Just spread out. You also don't know if you're actually going to fire it off in some random direction. So.
True.
Fantastic.
Somehow Jason has made a wild magic artificer.
Look, that's all I ever wanted.
I love it. I love it. Who outside the team is your greatest inspiration?
So I was going to ask you about this one because I could use some help with, figures in the city and where in the world is Tempest approximately?
Tempest is in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it overlay
like,
where San Francisco used to be?
No, it's not an island. I'd say it's more like Oakland.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is mainland.
Okay.
But it's got a river that runs directly through it that goes out into the bay.
Okay.
But yeah, imagine that kind of like Bay Area fog, and then just an entirely neon soaked city.
Yeah. Oh, is there a maybe like a hero or a villain who is, sort of like a bard, like they funnel their magic through music? Somebody like
Music
that.
Maestro.
Yeah, something like that he could look up to.
Is this a character who is cool that you look up to, or are they good at magic and you look up to them because of that?
Yeah, I think as inspiration, like he doesn't really care if someone's cool.
Okay,
it's about expertise.
He seems very preoccupied with being cool.
Who, Hicks?
Yeah, Hex seems very concerned about coming off as cool.
I didn't mean to portray him that way.
Just because like the like bubblegum goth and
wanting to make sure the parties and everything were perfect and
and also the like wouldn't be caught playing the piano. I was like, doesn't want to come off as a square, like so if it was more like a maestro type character versus like a rock and roll type.
Does maestro refer to an actual character in fiction?
Maestro being a person conducting an orchestra.
Okay.
Classical music.
I thought you were referring to like
squares.
a famous superhero or something.
There are like the music maestro is a character from DC who is deeply silly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was entirely a joke there.
If I remember correctly, there's a character along those lines who shows up in Teen Titans who is like a Beatles riff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I think it's
I'm
somebody
curious.
who probably pop culture sees as not very cool, and part of the draw is like, I wish I could be not worried about how I'm perceived.
Oh, okay. A folk punk magic wizard. Like imagine like how like a very shabby wizard, but you translate that through folk punk.
Right. Or even like if you picture like Bob Dylan did not give any fucks about what anyone thought about him, and turned out this is really great music, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the vibe of like, yeah, shabby music wizard who has zero fucks to give, and it would be cool to not give those fucks.
Okay. I am adding notes of a shabby music wizard.
Okay.
Who will be developed on further. I love this character.
Shabby music wizard.
Shabby music wizard. Okay.
Why do you try to be a hero and when you could otherwise focus on your craft?
To hone my craft, right? To show that I'm the greatest smith. Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm gonna play the Pokemon theme here.
I just
wanna
realized.
be the very best. Anyways,
What'd you say, Vixie?
I'm gonna play the Pokemon theme here.
Yeah.
I wanna be the very best.
I just
No
realized
one
how
ever
much
was.
that like if you take the Smiths and the Cure and you just kind of mash that all together of what I've been doing and not realized.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Alrighty. Cool. So you're a hero because it helps prove your how good you are with your craft.
Yeah, honing the craft, proving myself, all that.
Okay. And let's see. And then I think we'll save. Well, do you think you can answer why do you care about the team?
I'd like to know more about the team to articulate it. I've got some ideas. Yeah. The easy one is because they need me, obviously.
Yeah.
He couldn't function without you.
No,
Humble
he doesn't.
too.
He doesn't think that. That's a Jason goof, not a Cal goof.
Okay, good. Alrighty. Then Vixie, we will come
Hi.
over to you.
Hello, it is I, Vixie.
Yeah,
Vixie.
so a couple of these are not particularly relevant. It was who changed you, how did you
Well,
escape from them?
You could argue that who changed me was really like the fact that I exist. So it's kind of my dad's fault.
I would say who's responsible for your dad having to give you up?
And I think this is gonna fall. Like, I think that her father is part of a faction that would have taken advantage of Rasheen's abilities. So not the bad, like pretty much the bad guys. So and that Rasheen being given to Sky was more of an act of protection, like trying to conceal the fact that this child exists. Because I don't know if anyone knows the legend of QQ Lane, but the last time he had a kid didn't go great. Geish, stabbing, it sucked for everybody, including the guy who got stabbed. But yeah, so maybe he didn't want a repeat of that situation, so he felt that concealing this child would be the best way to go, not realizing that this child, similar to the first child that he had, would also become a great warrior.
Yeah.
And follow in his footsteps.
I want a name though. I want to know who is so dangerous in that faction.
Ooh.
That Cucullin had to hide his kid.
So there's two people that I think of off the cuff. Fionn McCool, because he's a dick, and Darmid, just because he's also basically someone who I would say like this would be very much like manufactured for the canon in both of these cases, because I'm just pulling figures from Celtic myth. But yeah, if you know Fionn McCool's story, he kind of let somebody die just because he was pissed about his girlfriend. But anyway, so either one of those two figures, Darmid more of a rival situation, and Finn more because he wants control over QQ Lane, and he seems more like of a manipulative person who masks bad intentions with like good intentions, kind of like, I'm doing this for your own good, but actually it could kill you, is what I mean.
I'm not familiar enough with either of those characters, so I will leave it up to you, and then we can kind of flesh that out.
And I'm gonna
Flush
leave it
that
up to a D6. Someone want to call highs or lows?
Let's go with the second one.
Okay.
I will make the executive choice. I like the second one where it was more of a rival and
Darmid.
manipulative. Yeah.
Well, Finn is the manipulative one. Darmid is still a warrior, but is more of a rival. Like the Darmid would fight more honorably. If we're going manipulative, Finn would be the one to be wary of.
Then let's go with Finn.
Okay. So Finn the cool it is.
All right.
I have to write that down.
And then I think we know who outside of the team tries to take care of you now. And that's Sky.
Yes. Sky. Mm-hmm.
Why do you try to be a hero?
Mostly because she has a knack for it.
Mm.
Like this was how she grew up, how she was trained. She had a knack for a spear. She sort of built her identity around this idea of being a great warrior. I think this is a great point of like conversation in the sense that I don't know how much Rasheen would know about her father if she would grow up knowing that this was her father, or if it would be kept a secret from her so that like even she didn't know. She just knew that he was a guy, who existed, and maybe like nothing like not vilified. Like I don't think Sky would do that to him.
Mm-hmm.
It would be more of a, hey, like he had to give you up because of circumstances beyond his control kind of a thing.
I think Sky has been honest about who your dad is, but has not, and has given you the short version of the story of why, but not the full story.
Okay. And I think if that's the case, then I think she would have read a lot of she would have gone, and if the myths exist in this world, she would have gone and read as many of the myths as she could and kind of grown up with these stories of heroes and warriors and all of that. And that also shaped this identity that she has of like wanting to be good at fighting and wanting to be this great warrior and basically fighting in the sense of like fighting off evil or whatever, thinking that like, she could be some great hero, like the people she's read about, not just in like his stories, but also like maybe she's read the Morte d'Arthur and all of these other like tales of like, heroes and things of that nature.
I think Sky would definitely also like have given you like Gilgamesh and Heracles, and like a lot of them are basically warnings of don't get involved with the gods.
Yeah. Well, I also think that if that's the case, she would also have given her the story of Bellerophon to guard against hubris, because both Bellerophon and Jason and the Argonauts have themes that argue about like falling to your own hubris, and maybe that's like a big thing too.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't know the Argonauts. I've never spent time with the Argonauts. I've never been associated with the Argonauts.
I don't know, but I think he's trying to pull the golden fleece over our eyes.
Oh man.
I don't know. This sounds like something that no, that's Odysseus.
Listen, if
no
Medea
one
comes out of nowhere and demands that we go on an episode of Maury, I'm not involved.
Alrighty. Next up, we've got Jay. How did you gain your skills? How did
well, being the, I think kind of being in the familial setting. I mean, I was, pushed by my mom and wanted to make something of myself too. And so, skill-wise, like intrinsic skills, as far as like the physicality goes, that's, mom worked extra hard to be able to make sure I could take those, those martial arts classes that I wanted to. And I think that kind of really instilled in Mario a sense of commitment to like family and friends, just seeing kind of like how mom made everything work. She, again, working class family, we're not super rich or anything like that. And so we don't have those resources behind us, but seeing just how hard she worked to provide for me and my younger sibling made me want to work extra hard to be able to, take care of her, take care of my my sib, and not let anyone down. And I think that showed, that's how I was dedicated to, again, the sort of physical aspects of things. As far as my quote unquote ability, or my super goes, um, I think that's just a certain degree of, like, study, cleverness, mechanical aptitude.
Mhm.
And same thing, I think mom did everything she could to make sure I got into a good school with at least some resources to let me, great shops, maybe a maker space that let me, that gave me the opportunity to experiment and just play around with making things.
Nice.
So I'm not necessarily like the genius that, or the clever genius that, tells the smith to make something. I'm not quite there, but I can kind of handle my own.
Nice. What does Mrs. Sarmento do for work?
You know what? That's a really good question. Um,
I was
uh,
going to say maybe worked in a tech field, but that would be like more upper middle class rather than like.
well, she could be sort of like an admin in the trenches, and so
Mm,
she has some exposure to it, but she's not a manager level. She's not necessarily versed in tech. She doesn't know tech, but she is more of like an office administration
okay.
professional. And I think actually that makes it so it's enough of a 9 to 5 that she could manage 2 kids, but
Mhm.
at the same time it does still call for extra time in the office, which means that her 2 kids have to
Figure it
learn how to
out.
make it on their own. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
And have you decided gender of sibling?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's something we kind of want to, determine as we're playing, or if that's something you want to settle now.
I would love to have a name for them sooner rather than later, but
Sure.
um
We can lock that down. Let's make it a younger sister.
okay.
Let's make
Is
them a
it
younger
Mario
sister.
and Luis?
Louisa.
Louisa.
I
Yeah.
think I think it needs to be Louisa. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
real peach.
Oh.
Got a princess
Her
complex.
nickname is, we call her Weesey.
I love this so much.
And I think, yeah, just Luisa, the sort of
Mm.
straightforward spelling.
Yeah. I think she goes by Lou a lot.
Lou, yeah, Lou sounds nice.
Okay, cool. Let me get back to the questions. When did you first put on your costume?
Oh boy. That's, I think, is this the literal costume, or sort of the identity, the other,
Yes. Like
yes.
I
Okay,
I
all
think
right.
that would be like after you've developed the technology, okay, now I need a costume to go with the strings and everything. When did that happen? When did the
Um
identity come together?
uh let's see. I'm gonna say that Mario and his family, we don't live in necessarily our own home. We have like maybe a condo or something like that. And it's kind of in the middle of a pretty dense community.
Mhm.
Um, and if there's one thing that Mario can't stand, it's a bully.
Mm,
And I'm gonna say that, one time, there was some shouting down below his window. He looked out and saw a younger kid kind of getting chased into an alleyway by a couple of toughs that
mhm.
were looking to rough him up, steal their lunch money, rip their backpack away from him or something like that. And I don't really envision Mario as having like a full-on costume. Like I don't have the resources to make, you know, uh, a special suit for myself, and so I threw on like sort of the most nondescript things I could take. I kind of I envision Mario being in just kind of like all black tones with white trim,
I
you
mean,
know, black sort of cargo shorts with a black hoodie, kind of almost
Peter
like
Parker
Miles
made
Morales
his
Spider-Verse kind of.
Peter Parker
Yes.
made his with
Yeah.
a basic sewing machine and no serger attached. So
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
couldn't even finish a seam, okay?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so,
but remember the first one. So
yep.
Yep.
Uh,
A hoodie
yeah.
and some permanent marker.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
God.
make permanent marker around the eyes. I think I actually have like a ski mask kind of thing, or like, you know, something over
Mhm.
my face, pair of goggles or
Balaclava.
something, just to kind of like hide my eyes. Yeah, there you go, balaclava. Yeah. And I kind of just quickly put on these new things. I'm like, okay, I may need something to help me out, and ran out and just chased these bullies off. And uh, I think maybe at the outset, I didn't even like stop and necessarily talk to the kid that was being chased down. As soon as I saw the bullies kind of like run off and the kid was okay, I bolted out of there. I did not want to ask, you know, I did not want to answer any questions.
Absolutely. Who outside the team thinks you shouldn't be a superhero?
Oh, see, that's a tough question too. Kind of like along.
Is it Louisa?
See, I don't know. I don't like do. I guess this is a similar question. Is it somebody who knows I'm a superhero and doesn't want me to be, or is it somebody who just goes, "Hey, you know what? This marionette guy shouldn't be they're gonna kill themselves, or they're gonna get in trouble, or they're doing something that's not quite kosher here."
Yeah. I would say either there's like an established superhero who's like, you've got no powers, your super tech is not that super, what are you doing? Or it's your sister going, what do you mean you're a superhero? Did you get dropped in a vat of chemicals? No? Then what are you doing?
That's a tough choice. I was actually leaning towards the first originally, like as I started thinking about this, but it might be kind of neat if Lou knows.
Mm-hmm. Like she
Um,
knows, she disapproves, she's not a rat.
Yeah. Uh, you know, I don't think it would necessarily be in Mario to put his sister in those circumstances. Like, kind of, it sounds like the kind of thing that she might feel distress and fear over his life. And I don't necessarily think Mario would. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough call. No, you know what? Let's go with Lou. I think it's
Awesome.
Lou who thinks I should not be a superhero.
Mm.
Maybe Lou keeps sending you like Google Street View or like addresses of like chemical waste disposal facilities.
It's
like,
not
look,
too late. It's never too late. Yeah.
It's never
Just
too
in
late.
case.
Throw yourself in a vat of chemicals.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I mean,
That's
obviously,
kind of a like a passive aggressive way to say you are not qualified.
yeah. Like, and
Oh,
you know,
Lord.
like I've been exposed to superheroes in a way that Lou hasn't yet, and so any kind of communication or conversation that she might have with me is tinged with sort of that not knowing that world.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
misconceptions about like what the world of superheroes is like. That's awesome. That's great.
Alternatively, hasn't been like brought in by like the celebrity or the like it's kind of like performing live music or like performing in front of an audience, that like that
Mhm.
high you get from it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
someone who hasn't experienced that doesn't get why you keep going out there.
Yeah. That's great. I love it. Yeah, that's perfect.
Why do you try to be a hero?
I think first and foremost because I admire heroes, and I happen to, being part of the team, like it's like you said, when you're playing live music, there's sort of this rush that you feel when you're on stage. That's part of it too. Just wow, I can't believe that I'm running with these folks and they're letting me tag along. So that's certainly one thing. But I think there's a certain part of Mario that thinks if I do something awesome enough, it's gonna attract my dad's attention.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, geez.
And
Oh.
maybe he'll I don't necessarily like I don't really know him,
Mhm.
but it might be nice to like at least figure out who he is and maybe get him, at least get that kind of closure.
Yeah.
If not get that kind of opening.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not one, but two people with daddy issues.
Thank you, June.
Always happy to help.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right, over to June. Let's go
Alrighty.
over your backstory
Okay.
for Sin.
Great.
Who were you before?
Sin was a pretty standard schoolgirl. Just growing up, going to I think she went to public school and
Mhm.
just average kind of in every way.
Okay. And when did you change and what caused it? We've kind of gone over this a little bit, but if
Yep,
you'd reiterate.
But just in case anyone joined late, at 12 she went on a field trip to Mount St. Helens and uncovered an alien terraforming probe which infected her, and she has fought off, sort of.
Who outside the team is helping you understand your new body?
The lawyer who helped her get out of the Aegis facility and has been helping her understand who she is named Linda Silver.
Mhm.
She specializes in superhuman legal issues.
Nice. And why don't you just try to hide yourself away?
Sin has spent her entire life being hidden away, reduced to sort of a specimen, and always been in like hospitals and testing facilities and places where she didn't get to be herself. She didn't get to do anything except look at these four walls and respond to the various stimulus that scientists and guardians were trying to inflict on her. So this is her chance to actually go out and experience the world.
Awesome. Alrighty. So that covers all of our backstory questions. All right.
Wait, what
and have
about-
you all chosen your? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did June answer why she cares about the team?
That's what we'll do after.
That's right.
When the team
okay.
first came together.
Yeah, and then we're doing relationships as well, correct?
Yes, we will do those after when the team first came together.
Okay.
I have to interrupt with a potentially upsetting question, Rose.
Okay.
I finally digging in and looking at the Smith as closely as I have, and then when we came up with this like music wizard person, would you be upset if I switched to the protege playbook?
And you want to be the dirtbag wizard musician's apprentice?
Yeah.
I will never turn down the chance to play another wacky NPC.
Okay.
So congratulations, you're a protege.
Okay.
Yay.
The concept is all the same. I still have the highest superior in the group, which is the only way to do it. This means I'm doing it correctly. It actually changes very little. My powers are weapons and gadgets and sorcery and, you know,
Mhm.
and bullshit. So,
Bullshit powers go.
yeah, exactly.
While we're talking about this sort of stuff, I wanted to, Jay, ask you if Sin having technopathy powers is too impinging on your gadgetry and technological prowess, because I can always choose something else.
No, not at all. Not
Rose
at
says
all.
no. Okay, I just
I
wanted to
mean,
make
yeah.
sure that I wasn't, that we weren't overlapping too much for your.
Yeah,
character.
no. Marionette isn't like a high tech character. I mean, what he has is it's just basically like a longer, fancier version of Daredevil's nightsticks.
Yeah.
Or batons, rather.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
just fishing
sophisticated
reels
mechanical
and,
system.
Yeah.
I have a spear.
Yeah.
A pointed stick.
I got a big stick.
Big pointy stick, big stabby stick.
Woo!
All right. I love it. Okay. So that we'll need to go through and this is something we can do after the show. And just kind of make sure that I have a good grasp on your mentor character.
yeah.
And kind of flesh that out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love the idea of this very shabby wizard musician being your mentor. That thank you for that gift. That is going to be a blast.
No, thank you. The Smith, like the whole point of the playbook is about the thing that you made, and honestly, like just as a design, I love that as much as like digging into the character problems. So
absolutely. No, that's a good pivot.
Yeah.
Okay. Why make things simple? Really, truly. I mean, we're perfectly happy switching things around at the last minute.
Change it up.
I mean, switching things around at the last minute is literally how I ended up on this show. So
in that vein, I want to be the vessel now. Can I be the vessel?
I swear to God.
I have a spear. That's it.
Please tell me, June, that was a joke.
Absolutely a joke.
Thank God. I was like, not only a new playbook, but one of the complicated ones.
Yes.
Oh no.
What is the most complicated thing I can play?
Oh, you should be adjoined for a playbook that's from a third-party supplement. That would be.
God, there you go.
Yeah.
Internal sobbing.
Jason, you are hard muted.
Your face is hard muted.
Oh,
got
him.
Wow. We're pissing off the GM this far into the game.
If June's playing the vessel, I want to play the joined off of her. Aren't you glad I unmuted myself?
Hang on. I just need the power to just like close that tab, like get you out of the call.
Oh no. The call's coming
I know
from
you're producing.
within the
Yeah, the call's coming from inside the house. Yeah.
I'm the house.
Alrighty. So we were discussing that your mentor embodies savior but denies danger. You'd gone through and picked out some moves, and then we were deciding on some resources that you'd have access because of your mentor as a protege.
Yeah, so I was thinking something like hidden base, surveillance equipment.
Okay, so scrying mirrors.
Who else has like technology gadgets and stuff?
I have a spear.
On the team?
Yeah.
Well, I have technopathy.
Yeah.
So I can, reach in and make things do what I want.
So you can change technology.
Yeah, I don't create it, but if it's available, I can.
When you say it like that.
Jay, are you a gadgeteer?
I mean, I could be, but again, I don't have a whole lot of resources behind me.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not like I would have, my own lab or uh, a headquarters basement or anything like that.
Okay. I didn't want to start throwing around a lot of gadgets and then be stepping on someone's toes.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, I don't
think you're
like.
good.
For me, I don't think it steps on my toes exactly. I'm fine
Also,
with it.
considering all of these gadgets would be magical and not technological.
Right. Oh, you know what might be cool? So, well, but I would just never use it. I was thinking like my mentor has badges of authority as like some sort of official superhero. And I'm like, we don't need any gosh darn badges. I think that's the line.
Yep.
Got it in
Correct.
one.
Yep.
Love it.
But
I would
I don't want to
say
give my mentor
teleportal-
resources that I don't want to use.
Teleportal is always useful.
Yep. Yeah.
Just
Okay,
imagining
so
the
hidden
Seamus being
base,
the lone jock.
teleportal for sure.
Mhm.
Um,
Do you want surveillance equipment or a security system?
Surveillance.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you have a way to teleport and a way to like scry and see things before
Yeah.
you arrive, which is totally handy to have.
Your boss likes to watch. Fucking
Sure.
perv.
Wow.
Was not taking it in that direction, but all right.
Here we are.
On that note. Okay,
Just an
so
innocent
when
high
the
school
team-
music teacher. Poor man.
Oh,
I still
I
think
forgot
he
about
should be a
that.
high school
God.
music teacher. I have so many cooler ideas for this character.
Yeah, no, he's a high school music teacher. That's how he met Cal, and saw Cal's sort of natural talent and sorcery and
and
found a
groomed
way
him
to
to be a superhero.
yeah. No, June, god damn it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
X-card that.
I'm sorry. I just feel like poking Jason. That's all.
Yes.
That's all right.
I heard.
All right. And I would like we the music teacher. I don't
Oh.
like I have cooler ideas for this mentor figure.
Oh, okay.
I like the idea of him being like a more wandering, like almost vagabond like music wizard.
Okay.
And that kind of being the vibe.
Do you have a sense of how he would have found Cal?
I think if Cal was working on magic, I think magic finds magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Like especially like amateur, untested, like just like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna experiment with spells and see what happens.
Sure.
That
be fair,
definitely
If you
would.
did that and exploded your house, kind of obvious.
Yeah, or exploded something, especially because you mentioned this character kind of being like a detective type, like
The mentor,
like something burned down in a weird way, or something like that, or just Cal does not strike me as subtle, and especially Cal, while discovering magic, strikes me as very unsubtle.
Yeah, Cal, I don't think being subtle is like he's not trying to not be subtle, but it's just not something that would occur to him.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we'll hammer more of that out later.
It also kind
let's
of
go
gives
ahead.
if it more of a wanderer, it gives a great reason why he's not around to help out for things too.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Not around all the time.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started with when our team first came together. And we start off with the bull, Vixie.
See, the bull.
Yeah. We defeated a dangerous enemy. Who or what was it?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm tempted to go mythical beast,
Absolutely.
like classic, but it's a question of like which mythical beast we want to go here. Because the classic one that I was thinking, I immediately went to the movie Hercules where he fights the Hydra, and
Oh,
to have us
Mm.
fight a Hydra. But like,
Vixie, can we
I
get
kinda
your
don't. Oh,
can we get your
should I
microphone
get
a little closer?
to my face? Eat the mic. Eat
Yes,
it.
please.
Eat it. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
I sat back. Okay, so what I was trying to say, excuse my little C42 there, holding my cables together, but so what I was trying to say is I immediately went to the Hercules movie where the first monster he fights is the Hydra. So I was thinking of that, but I kind of don't want to do that because everybody fights the Hydra who hasn't fought a Hydra.
That's
you know
fair.
what I mean?
That's fair. What
Anyway.
about something?
I love a manticore or a chimera.
Ooh,
Ooh,
a manticore or a chimera sounds pretty awesome.
Manticore
Yeah,
sounds pretty
Chimera.
sweet.
Since you mentioned Bellerophon earlier too, I think Bellerophon was the hero of myth that vanquished the Manticore, wasn't it?
Vanquished. No, I think he was the one who he tamed Pegasus.
Or the
His whole thing
Chimera,
was,
I mean, rather. Oh,
yeah, he tamed Pegasus, and I'm pretty sure he did fight the Chimera. With Pegasus, because his whole thing is he became a great hero and then decided he was so cool he was going to go to Olympus, and Olympus was like, no, you can't sit in the cool kids table, and knocked his ass down and took Pegasus, and that was how the story ended, with him all broken and being like, I tried to sit at the cool kids table, and I'm not in fact a cool kid. So anyway, so best retelling of that story ever. So but yeah, so maybe Manticore, Chimera, maybe even a Sphinx with the riddles might be fun.
Ooh.
But that's kind of
Okay.
the vein. I'm thinking let's maybe start off very like kind of stock adventure-y for the just to kind of give us a catalyst.
Which of those three do you like most?
Mm, I think I'd like to go with a Sphinx
Sure.
because there's
Yeah.
intelligence to the Sphinx, and I love a good intelligent baddie.
Nice. Okay, so you battled a Sphinx. Then next up is the Transformed. We drew attention and ire from plenty during the fight. One important person in particular now hates and fears us. Who is it? So, battle the Sphinx. Do we have an idea of where this took place? Um,
Maybe near the
Um,
coffee shop?
Can
Or are
I?
you asking the Transformed?
that's for
Shut up.
that's for everybody.
Can I? So I would make a suggestion that maybe there was a Egyptian themed casino that was opening,
Yes.
and the Sphinx took umbrage at that, and the battle took place at and around the casino, and the owner now hates and fears us.
Ooh. So one of the things that's kind of been sitting in the back of my mind for Tempest is that there's a lot of connection to like organized crime. Like the line between supervillain and organized crime is pretty close here. So there were a couple of um a couple of factions kind of at play in the city. One of them is called Apex, which is like a super technology firm that does super unethical science. One is the Pantheon, which is non-mortal beings that don't believe in following mortal laws. And the third one is the Seven Devils, which are a crime syndicate that are run by 7 supervillains.
Cool. That's fine. That's great.
Who do you think ran the casino?
Well, I feel like the obvious choice there is the Seven Devils. But because of that, I almost want to go to Apex.
Ooh, yeah. It was like a business front for Apex.
Yeah, and maybe in some cases like a testing ground for some of the technology.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. Like because in real world casinos, there's all of this all of this design goes into drawing people in, all the flashing lights, all the moving things, you know, not being able to see sunlight, everything you can do to get people to stay and spend and stay and spend.
Right.
That definitely could be an avenue for them. Yeah, I love that. I wonder if the Sphinx had something to do with the Pantheon, like maybe was somewhat Pantheon affiliated, so it became kind of an incident between these two criminal organizations.
Did we cause faction beef?
Ooh, quite possibly. Or maybe you actually inadvertently reduced faction beef.
Oh.
The question is, did you save the casino or did you destroy the casino?
Great question.
In
So
the
I feel
battle?
like if we save the casino, then our personal beef is with Pantheon, and if we destroyed the casino, it's with Apex.
Yeah.
So what do people like?
I'm down for both.
I think I like the idea of saving it and having beef with the Pantheon.
Yeah,
That
maybe
works for me.
finding out
Oh.
after the fact that that it had anything to do with Apex.
Yeah, big whoopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saved
It's like,
who?
oh, thank goodness we saved it. I'm sorry, the owners are who?
Oh,
Yeah,
crap,
yeah.
we saved it.
You know.
Oh. Apex is a tech corporation, right? Or a tech conglomerate?
Yeah, the Apex has been backronymed from Applied Posthuman Ethics with an X.
Oh God.
Wow.
Yep.
Should my mom maybe like be one of sort of the in an Apex office?
She may not know she is.
Okay.
Apex is officially a criminal organization. So
gotcha. Okay.
So they are not they're a subsidiary of Horizon Corp.
Oh, I thought you said Rise Corp for a
Yeah,
moment.
did you say
sorry,
it sounded
Rise
like
Corp.
Rise Corp
Rise
to me?
Corp.
Right,
Yeah,
right, there we
Corp.
go. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I
Perfect.
always mix those up. Yeah, a subsidiary of Rise
Okay.
Corp.
All right. Okay. I like that idea. So maybe not. Maybe has ties. Maybe not. Can I add one detail to the casino?
Absolutely.
Can it have like a little Egyptian themed amusement park attached to it?
Of course.
Oh my God. I love that
Awesome.
so much.
Yeah, there's like a pyramid slide.
Yeah. It's like a circus Luxor thing.
Hybrid. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people who hate and fear us are the Pantheon then.
Great.
Okay, nice. Maybe they're convinced that you have ties to Apex.
Well, that would be
Mhm.
really funny.
All right.
They're all
For the
benefactors or something.
So for the protege, we stuck together after all was said and done. Why? How do we keep in contact?
Yeah, I think it was just that Hex was like excited to meet everybody. It was maybe one of his first outings without his mentor like directly over his shoulder, and actually like went around and invited it. Like it's cheesy. It is like, y'all want to get shawarma? Like it was you know, like, hey, this was fun. We should get lunch with our masks on and whatever, you know.
We just rolled through the drive-through of like a Jack in the Box. Like,
Yeah.
can we get some burgers and some milkshakes, please? It's been a long
Oh,
day.
can I? I'm sorry. I want to interrupt for just a moment here and tell a real life story. I used to perform with a belly dance troupe as a drummer, and for a gig that we went to, which was sort of goth pirate themed, we all put on like makeup and had spray painted like a lace pattern across our eyes and everything.
Mhm.
And we did go through a drive-through at the end of the session. And I swear the woman behind the counter like took one look at us and flipped out and like ducked under the counter because, you know, it looked like
You
we
were
were
a
wearing some sort of
gang?
mask.
She
sort
thought you
of
were there to
thing.
rob
Yeah.
the place.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Incredible. Yeah, what was the after fight meal? This is very important.
Well, I saw one suggested in chat that maybe the food court had survived the best, the casino food court buffet area.
Casino food court.
Yeah,
See if you could get a comp meal.
yeah, and you know, as there's like one fountain is just spraying water over the ceiling, you know, but you know, we find somebody in there that's like happy that we saved them, and you know, here, here, have all the shrimp you can eat.
Somehow the
Well,
all-you-can-eat buffet survived.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you took out power to the fridge, so we got to cook all of this now.
Yeah, yeah, but it was Hex that was like, hey, we should all like hang out for a minute, you know, like let's not talk about our feelings, but you know, just sit and have food.
Talk about our feelings.
Nice.
Ugh.
Yeah, gross.
And I love that. And then for the beacon, we found signs that the incident was just the start of something bigger. What were the signs?
Ooh. Actually, so we fought the Sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
We took it out.
Mhm.
Can I say that we found some sort of device, like attached to it, base of the neck, implanted or something like that? And when we found it, it kind of like self-destructed, like it did not want to be discovered. Like somebody did not want us to discover it.
What if Apex is experimenting with implanting supernatural creatures with technological devices to control them, and this one didn't work, and they triggered a
Ooh.
failsafe to make it, you know, poof, gone when the Sphinx was defeated?
Could they also be collecting DNA as well
Oh,
to either
Hmm.
further that or
Mhm.
to empower like their tech?
I think let me hop into narrating for a little bit.
Mhm,
I think as you like defeated the Sphinx and I think like the front facade of the building got completely wrecked, but like the rest, like the building itself is intact.
Mm-hmm.
It I think as you defeated the Sphinx, it like stumbles, kind of collapses, gets up, and it like comes up and roars. And as it like bellows at you, there's this shimmer, and then just the brightest light you have ever seen just goes from its like the bottom of its paws up past its wings, and it's gone.
Oh God.
Whoa. Okay. And you know, we've heard enough, seen enough, know enough that that's not necessarily the kind of thing that happens to creatures like these. So there's something else.
No, there's definitely like an electrical technological
yeah.
spark happening.
Yeah. Okay.
That you're like that, like you turn over to Hex, like going like, is that magic? And that was not magic.
Awesome. I love it.
Oh boy.
Okay. Alrighty.
And then Marionette like snaps to the food court and says, "They have Korean hot dogs."
Hell yeah.
Immediately followed by Rasheen because Korean hot dogs are the best. So
Yes.
Absolutely.
what's a Korean hot dog? No, that
Oh.
was Sid.
that was Rasheen's excited. Let me introduce you to this amazing food stuff.
Oh yeah.
I love it. So Jason, why does Hex care about the team?
Couple reasons. I mean, one, they're pretty fun. All of them are cute. But also, like, I think his mentor stresses like you got to do things yourself, and he's like but like maybe a team though. Like, what if friends? And just likes the idea of having a friend group because he's kind of a odd duck in school, you know? And
Yeah.
I had this analogy for someone. I think I was talking to Vixie about this at one point. If you all
Mhm.
know who Trent Reznor is of Nine Inch Nails, that cool ass motherfucker was in the marching band in high school. And so I see Hex as kind of like the very early part of that arc of like, we're not in marching band anymore because we're 20 years old. But like, I'm finding what it looks like when Hex is cool, and I don't know what that is yet, but like we're trying to get there. And you know, having a group of friends to fight crime with, like that's got to be part of it.
Absolutely. Let's see. I don't have your relationship questions ready. For your
I have
character.
them here, yeah.
Yeah. What is the first one?
Okay. Well, you've got you and Blank teamed up a few times before the rest of you came together.
Mhm.
And then the other one is your mentor is cautious. They asked you to keep an eye on Blank.
Ooh, okay.
I think.
What is anyone standing out to you for either of those?
Let's see. Is it Royson? Reeson?
Rasheen.
Rasheen. Sorry.
Mhm. It's all right.
Is Rasheen's power like essentially supernatural, right?
Yes, she's a demigod.
Yeah. Okay. So
Not
I
unlike the
think I'm
fancy
supposed to
TRPG
keep an eye
series
on
by
you.
Some guy we know.
Uh-huh. So yeah, my mentors asked me to keep an eye on her. Because you know she might be dangerous. Who knows? The demigods, they want weird stuff. And does anybody feel like they might have teamed up with Hex beforehand?
I feel like Mario makes the most sense.
Sure.
Because Mario has spent time trying to be a hero.
Yeah.
I have a very silly pitch that occurs to me. Feel free to throw it away and into the sun or whatever. But what if, because Mario's super into this, what if there was some kind of like summer camp or something and you guys went to summer camp together and that was how you met?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
That's
a tech
awesome.
summer camp, not necessarily a superhero summer camp.
Not a hero summer
Like,
camp.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, I love that idea. And I think what makes sense to me, Jason, is that Hex caught Mario trying to be a hero and knowing that this was not going to go well.
Yeah.
And so you came in, and then from there on in, we kind of, started working together just here and there,
Oh, what if it was like? So I always love the idea of a real wizard who can do real magic, doing stage magic and using real magic to hide the fact that they're not very good at doing the other. And so my mentor sent me to magic camp. It's like, hey, you need to know how to do a card trick and pull a coin out of your ear, and like you need to go do this. And is that something Mario would go to? It seems like it is.
Yeah, actually, totally. Yeah. That sounds awesome.
You met at magic camp.
Yeah.
That's where all the
I
cool kids
love
go, right?
it. Oh
Not
my
even
God.
Magic the Gathering either. It's straight up like stage
It's
magic.
just straight up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Close-up magic, far-away magic,
Yep.
card tricks.
Blasting
Oh my
magic.
gosh.
Oh no, not that.
we took a bus trip down to LA and went to the Magic Castle.
I was
Yep.
literally thinking that
Spent time
right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it was probably like a Magic Castle magic camp that
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I
So
love
we've
it.
known
I
each
love
other
it.
since high school. I hope we were high school age when we did that.
Yeah. That makes the most sense to me. So
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome.
Okay. Why does Roisin care about the team?
Why does Rasheen just care about the team in general?
Yeah.
Very much again, sports team mentality. Like this is my team. This is the group of people that I work with, and I want to make sure that, I contribute and care and like am a functioning member of this team. And everyone else is also a functioning member of the team. Very, very sports minded is kind of where I'm aligning Rasheen.
Awesome.
Also maybe like she has a little bit of like a little like, oh, these are like, we're kind of like the Knights of the Round Table and everyone has their super special ability.
Have you assigned any of them Knights of the Round Table names as call signs?
Ooh.
It's like, all right, keep up, Lancelot.
I think so. I think Mario would have ended up with the Lancelot moniker just because
Oh,
it
all
makes
right.
sense for the beacon. I do think I think it's also because she likes Lancelot like the least.
Mhm.
So-
Oh,
it's not because it's not a reflection of Mario though. It's just because she feels like Lancelot is hyped up and also fan fiction because it was added by some French guy. Anyway, so I think like maybe Gawain, the Knight of the Sun, is the name, maybe the moniker that she's assigned to June's character to Sin. And her favorite knight, Galahad, goes to Hex. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those are all such great. Like,
yes,
I love it. I
nicknames.
love it. And for your relationship questions, if you would read those out and tell us your answers.
yes, because the bull has passionate loves and rivals. Apparently, the heart of the bull is what it is called in the playbook. And I'm very selective about who I let in. So I do think that she, because I've already talked to the players about this. If anyone's worried about consent and stuff like that, so they already kind of know who they are. For my rival, I've actually
We've been
talked to
informed of our
Sin.
fates.
Yes, I just told them. I'm like, this is it now. This is what we're doing. But no, I actually think for my rival, Sin and I are going to have a rivalry, but not an antagonistic one. It's much more Gimli and what's his face?
Legolas.
Legolas. Yeah, where
Gimli
we just have
and
like
Orlando Bloom.
yes, basically, yeah. Gimli and Orlando Bloom is what I almost said. But yeah, so Gimli and Legolas, where one is counting like, hey, I got 10 today. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like friendly, fun rivalry is the way I want to treat it because they sort of grew up together, and because of who Sky is, they probably trained a little bit together, and so there was a sort of like, I can do anything, you can do better, but in a much more fun and playful way because I don't feel like Roisin is the kind of person to like if Roisin doesn't like you, there's genuinely something wrong with you because that she's expending energy to dislike you, you know? But yeah. And I think for her love, that would be Cal / Hexcalibur. Which is we've talked about this briefly, why they would even have this sort of dynamic. And it's very much because they're opposites in almost every way. She's much more physical, and he's much more logical, physical versus basically the external versus the internal between the two of them. But yeah, and I think it says that you've opened up to them about the worst parts of your past. So that's the thing that I would love to flesh out with Jason right now is when did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, how did this happen? When and how? What? you know?
Which part is the this, do you mean? The
Like, I guess for me, what I would love to know is what situation did we find ourselves in when this occurred? Because for me, this is probably the event that set up that sort of crush that Rasheen has on Hex. Because right now it's a crush.
right.
Because the Bull's loves can change.
Yep. And so we're talking about when you opened up about.
Yeah, when we open, because I imagine that it would have been a mutual opening up, because per the playbook you can also ask, like we ask each other's questions. I can pierce your, I forgot what the move is, pierce your
Mask.
Here's the
Mask.
mask.
mask, pierce the mask.
The
But
mask.
yeah, so that's kind of how I imagine, like maybe it was a mutual thing, and not just Rasheen just like info dumping, or like, here's my trauma, good luck, bye.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm kind of picturing a situation where we're pinned down somewhere, right? And
Hmm.
I maybe this is even, I've revealed, like, you were like, what are you even doing here? Like, well, I was supposed to keep an eye on you. That's my mentor told me to. Revealed something like that, and then we're just hunkering down, trying to like wait for a moment to fight our way out. But how does that sound?
I think that works. Like maybe they were in like a life threatening situation where they kind of couldn't fight their way out and they were waiting for a backup.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Like holding like
Mhm.
big steel doors closed against the Sphinx.
yeah, something like that. Like maybe something
Hmm.
like that, where they're holding big steel doors, and there was a very like high possibility that they were not going to make it out. You know.
It's also, now that I have the protege playbook, it's him having a mentor and Roshan having, the demigod.
Mother figure.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
family pressure,
Mhm. Oh yeah, that.
could be relatable as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, I think that he would know about Rasheen's. Maybe he like knows that about Rasheen's insecurities. You know,
Yeah,
like
living up
Hugh
to the
Pierce, her
family
mask.
expectations.
Not just that, but also her whole identity is built around being this great war hero, and she doesn't really have a sense of who she is outside of that.
Oh yeah.
Like when you take all that away, who am I? Is really like her big question.
Mhm.
Okay, I love
dig
that.
it. I dig it. Alrighty. Jay, why does Mario care about the team?
The easiest answer is that, holy smokes, I'm hanging out with superheroes and they want me to hang out with them.
Yes.
I think I think also I think prior to meeting the team, Hex was the only one that I'd kind of really been exposed to, and we'd known each other, but like I'd only gone on a couple of exploits. And I realized that maybe I can actually use these strings as like part of an act, and so I was going to show it off at the casino or something. I was there to show it up at the casino when everything went down, and that's when I decided, okay, we're going to really just commit to this bit and superhero it up. And so that's the first time all of you, like, well, except for Hex, that's the first time Iron Valkyrie and Synthesis like saw me, and you wanted to hang out, and I thought, okay, you know what? I think I can do this, maybe. In any case, they want to hang out with me, so that's great. And I just don't want that to end. And I think
Jay,
that is why I love the team. Mhm.
Jay, how visible are the cables? Like, are they like
They're
steel
they're
cables
pretty
or are they?
visible. Yeah, they're pretty visible. Um, they're not like Spider-Man's web fluid, and so it's not like I have an unlimited supply. There's like a certain length that they can go to. I kind of envision it as somebody mentioned like a fishing rod. So I have reels, kind of like these big discs on my wrists and my ankles, and one like on my upper back
That's cool.
that I can kind of trigger. Yeah. So they are pretty visible. And when I'm around, like if I'm trying to conceal my identity, I have to have something to tuck them into, like a backpack to like toss them into or something.
Nice. Alrighty. And
So yeah.
if you can read off your relationship questions.
Sure. So first one. Blank is awesome, and you take every chance you get to hang out with them. I think that's going to go to Rasheen. This sort of like, it sounds like you were kind of born into this life, and that is something I can't even kind of comprehend. Like having you know, superheroing and being heroic and having cool things that you can do be part of, your very, very existence. So, uh, and I don't know if we know each other's alter egos, or like
Up to you.
civilian, Um, well, we'll figure that out. But at the very least, I know that like as the marionette, I wanna kind of like be around Iron Valkyrie and like
Mhm.
see how you do things. Because also everything you do is very, very, again, same thing, like physical. It's your body. You have your body and a pointy
Mhm.
stick, a really awesome, cool pointy stick. And I feel like that's something that I can like aspire to. I don't have, you know, alien technology, golden alien technology. I don't have magic, but I have my arms and my legs and my hands and my wits.
I immediately thought of My Hero Academia. So if I just give you my hair and you eat it.
It's like
Gross.
it's like the magic feather from Dumbo. No. Anyway,
Yes.
let's see. You've got to prove yourself to blank before you feel like a real hero. I think that goes to synthesis.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I've been normal for most of my life, and you haven't. And I think there is something about that that kind of like draws, there's like a sort of I don't know, like there's something in me that wants to kind of share the experience of being a kid, or like, you know, being like kind of like that childhood that you missed. There's something in me that kind of wants to help you get that.
Cool.
But at the same time, you're not, you're like, you are just different. You are transformed. And I feel like to kind of be able to be at your level, I do need to be able to reach you that way. I need to show you that I can be a hero, that I can be something more than like what we
I have often
Cool.
dreamed
Yeah, I like that.
of
are.
a rough place.
Alrighty.
I love it.
And then June. Why does Cinnamon care about the team?
Um, Cinnamon cares about the team because they're helping her explore what the world is all about and experience things that she missed. And there's also a little bit of wanting to stay on their good side so that they'll let her continue to be out in the world, since it may not be exclusively up to them to keep Quince in line, but that certainly might be part of it.
Mm, okay. And then for your relationship questions.
So for the relationship questions, I'm not sure about blank comforted you when you were at your lowest. I think for the other one, blank knew you before you changed. I think that sounds like Roshin,
Mhm.
because
Mm,
we'd sort of talked about that a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know if it's like as kids, or maybe you knew Sin before the full transformation occurred because Sky had been called in.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think Sky is new to the picture as far as like the change goes, but I think the two of you meeting when you were kids and being like school friends would definitely work.
And that certainly works for me. Is that okay for you, Vixie?
That's totally fine. I'm just thinking about like, what if you were a kid that went to the gifted program, and like we buy into the tinfoil hat theory of like the gifted program was actually this, and that's what happened to you, you know?
I'm
Uh,
okay with that.
Like, I
I
mean,
mean, it
that would
didn't
we would
that
still facilitate us being school friends, but I'm just saying, like, one day you wouldn't be there, and I'd be like, well, where did my friend go? You know what I mean? Because that's the
mm,
thing. One of the things about Rasheen is once she makes friends with you, she's loyal to you. Like that is her thing. She's loyal. Is one of her defining character traits. So she would be like, where did my friend go? What's happening? You know?
Oh, and maybe that was kind of a mystery as
Hmm.
Roshin grew up into her teens, and
Hmm.
then when it came around that you had the opportunity to sort of reconnect with Cinnamon, and that kind of became
I'm
the new friendship.
Yeah, I'm completely imagining like one of those moments where like, oh, it's, she recognizes you and you like just get run into, like one of those hugs that just knocks you over.
Right.
So
Nice. Alrighty. Well,
But
that
I'm not sure about the blank comforted you when you were at lowest, because I'm not sure. Like, I know we've fought together and we spent a little bit of time together, but I'm not sure who I would know and open up to that much this early.
well, time has passed since then. So like that was probably 3-4 months ago that the
Mhm.
team first came together. So you've been operating as a team since then. And so you've had opportunities to get to know each other and to open
Can I
up to
pitch
each
something?
other. Yeah.
Partially because the numbers are Jay's character has the most mundane, which is what you roll to comfort and support, but also because I love the idea of the most normal guy comforting the most weird character, like um the highest freak and the lowest
ooh,
freak, and
Yeah.
but having them connect on that level seems really, I don't know, it's just
I
just a
kind of
thought.
had that in
Build
the
on.
I kind of had that in the back of my mind
Can I
also.
build on that pitch too?
Oh,
Because
please.
this is dependent on like whether or not we know each other's identities. But if we were in a situation where we don't know each other's identities, and you did that as Mario and Cinnamon, that would be like, I feel like that would be even more fun.
Hmm.
How do you feel about that, Jay?
I feel good about that. That sounds good to me. I
Okay.
was thinking actually the opposite, like uh, because Hex has this sort of magical ability. I thought maybe like the two of you could have related over that too, but I do like the idea of like the highest freak score and like the lowest freak score, kind of like finding common ground in the middle.
You know what? I kind of like the idea that Mario has, because you have that sort of admiration for someone who grew up so different, that maybe that helped make me feel better about myself.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. I love that. And Mario certainly would like be there too, you know. And Mario would certainly like if Mario saw you down, like I'd be right there asking you about it and
Okay,
hopefully, providing comfort about it too.
great.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and move on to influence. So influence is a measure of, do you care about what this person thinks about you? So in masks, all adults have influence over you. So for you guys who are adults, this is anyone older than you.
Adultier adults.
Yeah, anyone more adultier than you uh, has influence over you. So, and that could also be people who are the same age, but who have like if you worked in a coffee shop, if you had a manager who is your age, they would have influence over you. That kind of thing. And you can also have influence on your teammates. When an NPC has influence over you, they have the ability to try and tell you who you are and where you belong in the world, and they can try and change your labels. They can shift one label up and one label down by asserting who you are and what your deal is and what's true about you and true about the world. And you can try and reject that influence. And there's a whole move for it, which we'll get to when it becomes relevant. But it's just like a flat 2d6 roll. And then you can have influence on your teammates. And whenever you do a move on someone who you have influence on, you add +1 to the roll. So if you're comforting and supporting somebody and you have influence on them, +1 to the roll. If you're defending them, +1 to the roll. If you're trying to pierce their mask, all of that, it gives you that extra bonus. And you can both have influence on each other. That's fine. They don't cancel each other out. You just both get +1s towards each other. And then you could remove influence on you from someone permanently. There are a couple of moves that do that. usually moments of truth or things like that, where you just say, no, forever, your opinion of me does not matter to me. It does not inform who I am. So each of you has something um, that determines your who has influence over you. So Jason, if you could start with yours.
Yeah. So the protege is supposed to choose a demeanor between playful or business, and I think playful is the right choice. And so I give influence to two teammates. And I think it makes sense to give that to
Roisin.
Roisin. And even though Mario and I meant to magic camp, I see like we're kind of like we see eye to eye, and I like Mario, but I'm worried what Cinnamon thinks of me.
Yeah. That tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. So on your character sheets for Roisin and Cinnamon, mark that you have influence on Cal.
Okay.
And then for Vixie, you give your influence to your love and your rival.
So Cal and Cinnamon.
Okay. You two have influence on Roisin. And then Jay, you give influence to everyone.
Yeah, I am so excited to be here. Give influence over you to 3 of your teammates. So I'm gonna choose Vixie, Jason, and June.
Wow,
Okay.
all of us.
Oh,
Okay.
the players have influence over you. Nice.
Well, you know,
So
Also
Roisin,
true.
Cal, and Sin
Yep.
all have influence over Mario. And then for Cinnamon,
So for mine, it says you try not to care what other people think, even if you can't shut everyone out. Give influence to one teammate. And I feel like because of what we described about the, at the lowest, I feel like it's Mario.
nice.
Unless anyone else has a pitch or anything they want to, suggest.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
No, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Alrighty. So that wraps up character creation, which, holy cow, that is 3 hours on the dot. Well, from when we were supposed to start. I think that just about wraps everything up for us today. Before we go towards our outro, did we have any other closing thoughts or questions?
No.
I don't think so.
Alrighty.
Yeah, just that I'm excited to superhero it up with everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to get these characters out into the world and see what they have. I'm going to leave y'all with a quote and then our outro. We are not trapped or locked up in these bones. No. We are free to change, and love changes us. And if we love one another, we can break open the sky. Walter Mosley, Blue Light.
Mm.
And this game is going to be about a lot of change and really fantastic characters going through wild lives. And I cannot wait to see where this all goes. And thank you all so much for being here for session 0. Next week, we will be back here at 11 a.m. Pacific. And I would like to thank our chat mods for the wonderful work they do. They are so essential to us existing on the internet. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be able to exist without having to worry about just the worst people. So thank you so much, chat mods. Thank you to our amazing Patreons who keep us ad-free and independent. It's because of you that we're able to play games we enjoy without worrying about publishing companies or system popularity. You can join their heroic ranks at happyjacks.org/Patreon. I have been Rose. My pronouns are she and her. You can find me online at Rose RPGs on Blue Sky, and that's about the only place I am available to the public. Jason, if you could tell people where to find you.
Yep. You can follow me on Twitch and Blue Sky at It's Probably Okay. I stream on my channel a couple days a week. And here on Happy Jacks on Sundays at 5 p.m. Pacific for the Astral Circus, of which Jay was a founding member and had to leave us. But we are also coming to we're probably 5 or 6 episodes away from the end of that story. So that is coming up. It's very exciting.
Alrighty. And Vixie, if you'd be so kind as to tell everyone where to find you.
Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell, and I've been your friendly neighborhood player here at the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Happy to be here, and I'm so excited to play with everybody. Thank you for GMing, Rose. And yeah, you can find me on most social media platforms except for the Hell site. No one goes there anymore. No one wants to be there anymore. In fact, we roll up our windows and push down our locks or lock our car doors as we drive by that site. So, anyway, those are the places you can find me. Blue Sky, Instagram are where I'm most active. You can find me on there talking about TTRPG stuff. And now you can find me on TikTok. I am an advocate for BIPOC representation in the space. I host an event called Power Word Unity, which has apparently built itself out into something much more than me, which I'm super excited about as well. You're going to see me over on Diversity Saves in a couple of weeks to talk about that. And you can also find me over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, where we run, play, and produce games. We just finished a game of Flabbergasted as well. And yeah, you may or may not catch me GMing the Pirates of Dark Water. So if you're a fan of that cartoon series, happyjacks.org/Pirates of Dark Water. I said it so much, it's stuck in my head now. Thanks, Kimmy. You're the best. But anyway, that's me. That's where you can find me. Follow me on socials for all of the rest of my antics. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm just me. Pick your poison. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vixie. Jay.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Jay, he, him, and you can find me at Transplant Asian on Instagram and at JAfrica, pretty much everywhere else on the socials. Let's see. You can also find me in, again, Happy Jack's back catalog of APs, variety of things there. As Jason mentioned, I was in the Astral Circus. You can also find me in the Unsung Tales. And Outrunners, the Starscape actual play. Beyond that, you can kind of find me in a variety of places, DMing around the San Francisco Bay Area. I've got a few games upcoming that I will be probably announcing a little later this month. But you can also find my game design / adventure writing work on the DMs Guild. I write a lot of adventures for the D&D Adventurers League. I've got one that's going to be releasing in a couple of months. It's going to premiere at the Comic-Con Cruise. And then it will be releasing then on the DMs Guild, available for you to play in your very own home game. Beyond that, yeah, find me here on Neon Nights at the Happy Jacks RPG Network. Excited to play with this crew of folks.
Likewise. And June, if you'd wrap us up here.
Of course. Hi, everyone. I'm June. I use she, her pronouns. And right now I'm sort of a electronic cryptid. You can't really find me anywhere. I'm still using the handle at Sungrowler. So if you do find me somewhere, feel free to follow me. I'll probably end up using those eventually somewhere. And if not, I will go ahead and notify anyone who is before I leave and disappear. But I haven't been very active, so find me here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, June. Join us next Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific for our next session. If you want to catch up on past episodes, visit happyjacks.org/neonnights. And if you want to find all of our actual plays over on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic afternoon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.